In America, society believes in the American dream. People believe in the great expression no matter what one's background is, if one works hard, one will succeed in life. However, there's a thin line between what the ideal is and reality. And whether or not people would admit it, one's race and ethnicity plays a big factor on how people perceive one and the opportunities available for one. In fact, when society is made of several ethnic groups, there tends to be more emphasis on the differences than what is common among people. Moreover, people can see how the media portrays people based on the general ideas of one ethnicity. Crime drama is a genre or type of television program that attempts to give a realistic story that primarily focuses on law enforcement, crime, criminal activity, and the criminal aspects of life in which most of the plot, action, and dialogue is drawn from. In the genre of crime drama television shows, Latinos are represented as both law enforcers and lawbreakers. Sometimes they are even portrayed as just victims, suspects, or average people. It seems that there is a firm balance when it comes to being represented in roles such as lawyers and detectives, along with being represented as criminals such as drug dealers and killers, usually affiliated with some sort of cartel. This representation of Latinos in television is fairly accurate of Latinos in our society today. Not all are involved in law enforcement, not all are involved in criminal activity, and some are just average individuals or victims. Latinos in crime drama are not overly represented either negatively or positively. For the most part, Latino representation in crime drama is both adequate and accurate. One of the most popular CW series, Vampire Diaries, does not have any representation of Latino male. In fact, there's only one Hispanic actor in the entire show, Michael Trevino, who plays the character of Tyler Lockwood, a white American vampire werewolf hybrid teen. However, there is no sign of Latino man representation in the supernatural drama, which is very odd, because Vampire Diaries is mainly filmed in Atlanta, Georgia, a highly diverse city. Therefore, there should be diversity.
Now let's talk about comedy.
The way these comedians reinforce stereotypes in comedy is when they talk about their families. They usually portray their families as being poor, loud, and having stereotype language. One example is comedian Freddie Soto when he talks about his dad being a harsh yet funny dad, and his parents would rather use home remedies on him than going to a hospital. Another comedian that reinforces a few stereotypes is Alex Raymundo. In his stand-up, he talks about how he loves doing manual work and how his family is half redneck, half Mexicans. Honduran comedian Carlos Mencia also talks about his family, as his mother having so many kids. However, he talks in one of his stand-ups saying that the Taco Bell Mexican dog is taken too seriously than they should have. Although the stereotypes they portray are a few, some don't reinforce them. Pablo Francisco is one example of this, as he is a light-skinned Chilean who does his comedy about anything with his movie theater voice guy accent. Now we will focus on the different portrayals of Latino men in Spanish soap opera by comparing and contrasting two of the most Spanish-oriented television networks, Univision and Telemundo. And in the soap opera Abismo de Pasión, aired by Univision, Latino men are portrayed as young, muscular, savage, aggressive, and cowboy-looking characters. The antagonists in Abismo de Pasión are portrayed as agriculturists. It is evident these characters have European looks, which entails having light skin, long brown, blonde hair, green eyes, and thin nose. However, they dress like typical Latino men, such as Mexican cowboy wearing broken jeans, casual plaid short sleeve shirts, cowboy hats, and boots. The protagonist's physical traits resemble more of a Latino, a man with black hair and thick eyebrows. However, he is light-skinned, thus deceiving the Latino look to more of a European look. On the other hand, Telemundo has a different portrayal. In the soap opera Una Maid in Manhattan, we can see huge diversity among Latinos. As it shows in these pictures, we can see diversity in skin tone, hair, and clothing style. The antagonists in Una Maid in Manhattan are portrayed as trigueños, short men with big noses, thick eyebrows, and long black hair. In addition, Una Maid in Manhattan depict one common stereotype of Latinos in NYC. Latino men as drug dealers, criminals, and alcoholics. Because Una Made in Manhattan is based on the 2002 movie Made in Manhattan, starring Jennifer Lopez and Ralph Fiennes, our main character, Cristobal, has some similar features to the original main character. A white man with blonde hair, thin nose, and green eyes. In conclusion, Telemundo has more diverse with Latinos ethnicities, Cuban, Mexican, Dominican, Colombian, Puerto Rican, etc., accents, and sexual orientation from homosexual and heterosexual relationships.